This is Showtime, the hype man on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you at work. Along with my co-host, Dr. Rock. Tune in every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Okay. Hi. Good morning. We're live on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. We're live on Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. 10 a.m. morning talk show. My name is Showtime, the hype man. We're broadcasting live around the world. We want to thank all our viewers, those who have been watching us. We have a great show today. For those who like to call up, you can call on the phone, get your pencil. That's 484-477-6342. Along with me and my co-host, I guess it's Dr. Rock.
Hello, Dr. Rock. How you doing?
Hey, how you doing? This is Dr. Rock from Philly Hot Radio. How are you?
We just getting started, so I'm doing an announcement right now. So we just really getting started to show the industry.
No problem.
But I want to thank you for calling in. Everything was set up, wiped down, cleaned down, and making sure
Good.
safety is first. What we're doing, we gonna get into the topic later on, but I want to thank you for calling in. And anything you want to say while you're on the phone, Dr. Rock? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dr. Rock, the co-host from Philly Hot Radio. Under her rules and policies, what she's doing inside her household, that she's not going to be able to come in today, but she is here spiritually. We want everybody to know that she's here spiritually, but for me and her, I'm just committed to do something and keep doing what we're doing, even though I got a lot of bumpy roads, but I learned. So what do you want to say to the audience, Dr. Rock?
No, I just want to say to the audience, everyone, keep, stay home, stay safe. Don't forget to
Stay at home. I'm out here. How you going? They say, well, Showtime out here.
Well, Showtime's out there. Showtime, I hope he cleaned it up so he can be there.
So
Make sure you disinfecting. That's right. Just keep everything good. That's good. What you did.
there you go. See right
So-
there, I had Lysol lemon cleaning thing. Also, I had spray. I got masks. I came in. Everything that I touched the door because we don't know the guests before us how this
Right.
But I don't worry about what everybody else do. I got to make sure I cover myself and make sure that
That's right. That's right. That's what you have to do. I'll be back soon as you know it. As soon as we get back to everything, we'll be back there from Philly Hot Radio. Dr. Rock is home now and cleaning my house.
Okay, well, good, Dr. Rock, cleaning your house, and you're still exercising, correct, during the time that
Yes, I did that already. I did Cabo Abs today.
Good. Do you have any topics that maybe you want the audience or whatever you can maybe come up with at this present time that some of your viewers, and we hope that everybody that's watching us, we hope that you can tag it on to your audience, to your friends. The only way that Philly Hot Radio Whistle While You Work is going to be successful, it's important that our audience, our fans, and those who watched us over the last 9 months that we've been doing this show, the only way that we can be successful if you participate, calling in, participating, tagging some of your friends and some of your viewers to watch us broadcast live at 10 a.m. It takes a lot of heart what I'm doing today. I know that Dr. Rock a little nervous. I know that Diane, she's nervous, and all my friends that Showtime the Hype Man. I wore my mask and want everybody to be safety that I did wore my little mask that I got. I want you to know that I wore my mask. I have the spray. I wiped down everything in the building before I came upstairs. I want to thank our producer, Eric, for helping me out again, showing great leadership role of helping me out.
Well, I'm glad Eric got here. Thanks. I tell Eric hello and thank you for helping out.
Okay, then. So, Dr. Rock, we want to thank you for calling. We love you. Tell Earl, make sure, I know you're making some nice fried apples and some bacon for Earl, for y'all to have a nice breakfast. I know you've been up early this morning, but I'm here, Dr. Rock. If you want to call in, discuss, you can go back and forth to call in, Dr. Rock. if you
Yes.
feel that you need to talk about a topic that we're going to be talking about.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes, I just wanted to call and say hello and good morning to everyone, and get your workout on. That's important to get your exercise in. You know, I did already, but, get it in. Because like I told everyone, it's not just for the outside, it's for the inside. You want to get them, any diabetes, any kind of blood pressure, you want to get them down. You want to get your levels down. So let's get the exercising. Very, very important.
Well, I like that because that's part of the health thing that I talked about during my other talk show, and I was talking about exercising. But also it's important to get the exercise. You have to have the right mindset when you're dealing with exercising, and also eating the right food also play a major role. And also understanding, looking at the bright side of everything you do. That's very important for those who are watching us. Even me, I practice what I preach. Yesterday, for those who know, I go all out if I'm into something, and so that's where I'm at. Okay, Dr. Rock, we're about to get into the radio show, so we got a lot of people looking, so I'm going to get a lot of people going to call up. So I want to thank you, Rocker. We love you. You are right here next to me, and your spirit is here, and I know you are. So thank you, Dr. Rock, for calling. This is Dr. Rock, ladies and gentlemen, the co-host on Philly Hott Radio. Thank you, Dr. Rock.
Yes. All right.
Bye-bye.
See you later. Philly Hott Radio. Whistle while you work. All right.
So what we're going to start off with, that was Dr. Rock, the co-host of Philly Hott Radio. I'm here live broadcast around the world. For those who want to tune in to you,
We're going to talk about, with the President of the United States, do you feel, for those who like to call in to give their piggyback on, do you feel that the President of the United States should open up all the stores
I'm the hype man on Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You at Work, along with my co-host, Dr. Rock. Tune in every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
Yes, this is just part of your show, Philly Hot Radio. For those who like to call in, it seems like, here we go, we have a live phone line. And I don't have to preach to get y'all to call in. We are talking about a virus that affects our community. We are talking about that the only way that we can learn
Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work.
Hey, how are you? It's Dr. Rock calling back up again.
Hey, Dr. Rock, how you doing?
Good. No, I was just calling. I know you had something about people getting their checks and all that stuff. So, no, I was just wanting to call and let you know that, as far as I know, I guess people would know if they can't get over there, if they get something, they can go on Philly, which is Philadelphia, coronavirus.com, I guess it is for Philly Gov, to go find out if they get it or not. And if they get a message like unavailable or anything like that, then I don't know, maybe they make too much or maybe they can't because, they never did their tax or file from 2018 and 2019. So,
Do you know anybody that maybe didn't get it electronic, but they get it through the mail? Do you know anybody that got it yet through the mailing system yet?
no, usually I think I know people that got it in direct deposit, but not through the mail yet, because I heard that they are going to send people out by May the 5th in the mail.
Oh.
I'm not sure. Yeah, that's what I heard about, so they might be getting theirs in about May the 5th.
Yeah, because I saw an article, Dr. Rock, that it said that it'll take about 20 weeks that everybody in America that's waiting to get those who did not did it electronically wait when they did their income tax. But if you're a person that did it during the time, then that might be a different way to get it. So what I did was mostly people that goes online. I know that I filed my income tax in 2019. But what happened was when you go on to the IRS, it would tell some people that you did not file. And I know that I sent mine in because I got a copy of me. They owed me money. Anytime that IRS owed me money, I'm going to file and mail in. So that's money that I get. So I did that. So do anyone that's watching what we're doing, do anybody have a story to talk about? Did anybody got their money in the mailbox yet? Or do anybody have any ideas for those who filed but did not get their money? This is something that we can talk about live on Philly Hot Radio. Because a lot of people, Dr. Rock, really need that 1,200 hours. But hope that you can spend it in the right way. Some people need it because of their rent might cost that whole check, and they didn't get a chance to buy food, or even pay their electric bill, or even pay their gas bill, their car insurance, or their car note. A lot of people are behind, but not really speaking issues. That's why this is a black radio show. Hello, Dr. Rock?
Yeah, I'm listening.
So people are starting to call now, Dr. Rock. I don't know what you did. You just needed their call. Hold up a minute, Dr. Rock. Philly Hot Radio.
How you doing? This is the boss man.
Hey,
what's going on?
Man, how you doing?
I'm hanging in there.
Good. So what's going on, boss man? What you got to talk about?
Oh man, there's so much going on, man, that God is so good.
I clicked over by mistake. Dr. Rock was on the phone, and I forgot that we don't have a three-way. And I hope, Dr. Rock, I didn't cut her off because I made a mistake when I touched the button, but I know she understands. So go ahead, boss man. What do you got to say to our viewers and our audience around the world? And actually, what do you want to talk about? Because we are talking about the virus, about the checks that's coming in inside people's bank accounts, but we can talk about other things along this show. So anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah. One thing I do want to speak on that matter.
Go ahead.
Dealing with these checks.
Okay.
See, one thing about the slave masters, they got very clever as time went on in history. See, there's no more plantations the way that it used to be down south. But the new plantations today is nothing but the prison system.
Come on.
And the prison system is hostage-ing, men for 30 and 40 years, and now they turn around and start letting them out. That should tell your people something. Now they come along, they throw this virus out here, or they blame it on another country, and they act like they didn't know nothing about it. And then they say, how we gonna pacify the people? Well, we're gonna give them some money. They love money. As soon as you get the money, you run around acting crazy, and don't forget, you have to pay some of that money back. They gonna get that money back. You better believe it. Huh?
I agree with you, boss man.
Yeah, they gonna get that money back. They don't give you nothing for nothing. They give you something for something.
Wow.
You know, so they wash hands with you, you know, give you a little piece of money, and now all of a sudden everybody's happy. I'm not happy. You got millions of people that died across the whole world. I thought life meant more than money. I understand some people need it, and I'm not saying that you don't need it, because you may need it. This may have been a little gift for you, but it took lives, many, many lives, so you can get that check.
Well, you know, boss man, I read an article about people that was fighting against the grain. When it comes to when taking someone from another country and take them somewhere, they have to change their eating habits. What happened is that what my view is, and I'm glad you called, boss man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Boss Man, one of the hottest entertainment that has been around the world, has traveled around the world. Great guy, great motivation guy. And I'm so grateful that Boss Man has called Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work. That speak what type of man that he is, that on his busy schedule, even though things are not moving, but I know he's working hard behind the scenes. They said that the reason how you keep the Afro-American community, you give them 5% of crumbs and they'll go back home and just settle for nothing. We've been settling for nothing for the last 60 years, and we are settling for $1,200. And then we'll go back and be quiet. We don't demand more. Boss, I'm going to ask you a question. Why do the African community settle for less and then they'll go back and just go back on their own living style and not listen to new people that's speaking the truth? What is our downfall, just settle for less? Can you ask that question?
Well, first of all, they settle for less because they always been getting less. When you always been getting what you always used to, you're going to settle for that anyway. If they throw you another piece of chicken out the master's house, you know, you're grateful for that. So that's why they're throwing things at you. But our African-American people have to learn to stand up. I mean, Malcolm X, Farrakhan, and all the brothers that came before us, Marcus Garvey, all of them clearly told us, but we was not listening. See, sometimes God will put a veil over your eyes, over your ears, over your mouth. You can't hear the truth when you do hear it. It sounds like something else to you. You know, so they deaf, dumb, and they blind. If they keep going for this madness that these people are doing. See, the reason why they did that, they want you to know that we don't want you to start rioting again. We don't want to go through that Detroit riot again. We don't want to go through that California riot again. You know what I mean? But you got to stand up sometime.
I'm glad you said that, boss man. Not to cut you off, because I am a artful listener. I have learned that on my way to my whole new change. And I was sharing with, let me ask you another question, boss man. Why is the Afro-American community are afraid of new and trying something new, but they go with the same old way for the last 100 or last 200 years when it comes to finding something different that can help them grow? And the reason why that we're not growing a harvest or financing seed in our community, because we go with the same unpolished leadership. So why is it hard for us to change and do something new that it can help us out and live better? Can you answer that question, boss man?
Change is always better for any nationality or race. Not just the black people, the white people, the Chinese, Puerto Ricans. Change is always good. But you have to trust somebody. The trust is not there no more when it comes down to leadership.
Wow.
The trust is not there no more when it comes to your councilman, or you think that this person is going to do this and do that, and then they get in there and they do something different.
Wow.
Especially the African Americans that have been in power at City Hall in Philadelphia. You know, you see many of them get took down. If they only got took down because they try to get slick.
Well, I'm glad you said something. You know that I ran for city council for the 4th district, and not just testing the water, not to be disrespectful to Councilman Jones. I came up in the same area with Councilman Jones, Shaka Patai. I came up in politics in the same area, but streets was...
Guys beating all them.
Yeah, see, the streets was more attractive to me, but me and my wife was having a cup of coffee this morning, and I was talking about who I am and what I am, but it's the people that's in charge are not used to seeing a dynamite man like me that love what I'm doing. I'm a politician by nature, but it's the people in the city of Philadelphia has maintained people like Boss Man, women's like Dr. Rock, other men and women that speak their mind up, even dealing with the unions and stuff, that I see that a lot of fake stuff is going on. Not to say that none of our public leaders are fake. I want to make that clear to my audience. But what happened was they're afraid of people like me that have something that is gifted from God. I am a humanity leader. Boss Man, before I let you go, can you speak on what humanity leadership means to you?
Well, it's a person that's outstanding in your community, that cares for the community, that's always been there, and he has been a figure to the people in their eyesight. Okay, there's been many brothers that came along, the Blackwell family, such as your family,
yes.
That came along.
I love the Blackwell.
They, made an impact. So many people are making impacts in many ways throughout the city. If it's political, if it's through the entertainment, if it's through religion, we have to have someone that we really look up to and trust. Now, me, myself, I don't look for the prestige, the people to look up to me, because I've been around a long time, and so have you sometimes. You've been around a long time. So we don't want people at the last minute to come running and say, well, can you do this and can you do that? We already been doing it. You just ain't noticing.
Wow.
We've been doing it, But do you trust me enough to put me in that position? But you wind up trusting the ones that's always got the slick tongue like the snakes.
Come on, brother. Shit.
They're always going to talk to you with that fancy talk, and then you believe them. Then they get in there, next thing you know, they got them up on some charges about stealing this and stealing that, and taking this, taking that. Let me tell you one thing about the federal penitentiaries and the federal government. When the federal government come at you, you better believe they already crossed every T and dotted every I. When they come at you, they coming at you because they already know you did it.
Well, let me ask you a question. Since you said penitentiary, do you know any brothers, or do you know what's going on inside the prison system that dealing with this virus? Or have you heard any stories of men that's in prison right now are not really getting no help?
Well, from experience, because I've been inside the penitentiary, I'm not ashamed to say that.
It's okay.
My life has taken different changes, and, God has brought me through it, and I'm home, and I'm doing great, praise be to God. But the penitentiary, as I said, is nothing but a new modern day plantation, but I can tell you exactly what's going on in there right now. The men are locked down. They are locked down in the cell with another human being, not knowing if he got the virus or he don't got the virus. So they're trapped in a little area where they only let them maybe like 2 or 3 of them out at a time to make a phone call. They take 3 or 4 or 5 of them take a shower, but they got to spread out in the shower area so they practice safety. There's a lot of brothers in there. They know what they do. They know how to take care of themselves properly. They know that they're not going to just let them do anything to them. They are men in there, that stand up men, that I have been around. And, there's a lot of innocent brothers in there as well.
That is correct, because of the system and the way that people don't realize. At the age of 18, I was introduced to the prison system along with the former state rep James Williams. James Williams put me on the map, and he took me inside. Also, I want to give Tommy Blackwell, rest in peace. Tommy Blackwell also gave me a tour with Michael Nutter, Golden Girl, Daryl Schuler, and what we did tours and visiting prison. I never did time before. I never been in jail before. Not to say that I never done anything, but I'm grateful for God. But also, we know that we have doctors, we have lawyers, we have nurses, aides that in prison right now. And I truly believe that some of the prison men that's there and women also don't realize that you got more black women in prison too today that's going into the prison system. But I truly believe that they are survivors, and I believe that somebody came up with an idea to wear masks when they have lunch trial and when all of them in one room, and we don't know if we locking up somebody that's off the street that coming in to spread the virus. Are they really giving them the right chemicals to wash down the prison system and the cells? I am concerned about the men's and women's that's in prison that are not having, no one is really speaking on this issue. For those who like to call the radio station, is the phone number 484-477-6348? Boss man, that's the right number?
Yes, that's the right number.
So for those who maybe have someone that's in prison, we'd like you to call up on Philly Hot Radio, 484-477-6348. We want to talk about, we are concerned about the inmates that's in the prison system right now. Also, we're concerned about some of the foster children that's in system. Also, the Youth Study Center. We want to know that the Youth Study Center, what they're doing with the men and women that's in prison. Also, we want to talk about the homeless people. We haven't heard anything about the homeless people in the veteran. Also, what they're doing with men and women that are veteran in the street that's on drugs. This is the part of the show. I know that I'm a black radio show. We know that our audience are afraid to call up. Everybody watching me, but I found out that a lot of we don't participate. And because my name is Michael Keller, you don't have to be scared if some of the politicians in City Philadelphia give you grant money. And because you on my show, don't be scared of them because they'll cut your $5,000 off. And then we got some of these state reps that's sitting there acting like they doing something. Then you got these council people haven't been walking around. They got food banks. But what is your council person, what is your Congress really doing that's in Pennsylvania? I haven't heard anything from the senator that of Pennsylvania that goes to Washington. We've been hearing Governor Wolf, and I want to give Governor Wolf and I want to give Mayor Kennedy, we need to give them a clap because they've been on the front line along with the police officers, the nurses, the doctors, the housekeeping people, the sanitary workers. Also, we want to give all the shout out to the SEPTA employees that's out there on the front line. We want to give all the taxis, the drivers, and those who are still working, the Walmart workers, employees, that they don't care. Even Acme workers and those who are in the supermarket are facing the challenge. My name is Showtime the Hype Man from Philly Hot Radio. Whistle while you work. This is your part of the show that you can call up. Don't be scared because you know me and y'all want to give me a rate or a vote because I'm Showtime the Hype Man. You watch everybody else. Showtime know what he's doing. Stop listening to the naysayers. Boss man, do you have anything else to say before you leave? Because the phone is popping right now. So do you have anything you want to say, boss man, before you leave?
Well, as far as for the entertainers out there in the entertainment, we know that nobody's been working, which is something that we all like to do and get back on our feet and get to working. But surely, once this thing passed, the casinos in Atlantic City, like Platinum Entertainment, Mr. Bill Ingram, them give them a shout out. I mean, because
that's right. You know, that's my family there, Platinum Entertainment. Right. You know that. That's
been doing a good job. Baby Dave Promotions in Harrisburg, he's been doing a good job. Now that's entertainment. You know, that's good entertainment. Mr. Rick Cody, you know, his staff They've been doing a good job. So we're here to entertain the people once this thing is lit up. Most of the shows been pushed back to next year. Also, we have Cure Music with Cancer organization out of New York that's coming down to Philadelphia is working with me very close. We're working with Boys to Men, New Edition, Patti LaBelle, Brandy, Usher, CeeLo. We got a lot of artists lined up right now to come into Philadelphia and to actually deal with this crisis. And we're doing this for St. Jude's hospital to help the children that have cancer, and we just added on the Corona-19 Foundation is coming in as well. And Miss Tina Cisco out of Atlanta, she's also the one who's drawing up everything as far as contracts and getting everything ready to go out. And we want to thank most of the organizations that back us up, like State Farm, Farmers, Burger King, McDonald's, whatever organization that's involved with helping the people of the community and giving back to the community, like Polaroid Development Group. Hopefully by August, we'll be back down in Atlantic City with Undisputed Truth coming outside to do an outside concert for the people in Atlantic City and Philadelphia. Just stay strong. Know that me and Showtime, we love y'all, and we hope that everybody stays safe. Wear your masks, wear your masks, wear your masks and your gloves, and just, cooperate. Just cooperate with the people. We have a problem with that when it comes to cooperating. We're trying to save your life. If you don't care about your own life, seriously, come on, think about the next person's life.
Wow.
I'm the boss man, and that's all I got to say.
Well, we want to thank you, Bob. I want to wish you a prosperous 2020 going into 21. We want to also bless you and your family and friends. And Dr. Bossman, I want to thank you for calling Philly Hott Radio, Whistle While You Work. Thank you very much, Bossman.
Yes, sir, brother. Anytime.
Hoping all the stuff that minds is open for you. Show every go through. We moves in. Those who are married couples, those who might have been around, they don't see Philadelphia born and raised in Winfield section, but be amazed. Neighborhood you they will do, they will crucify, knock you off, afraid of success because you want to do everything. Are you afraid? Go out there to a venue, or go to a restaurant, or go somewhere looking to make money but not concerned of the people. This is the part of the show that my true listeners, you want to call up, you 484 77. The party show talking about to do President of the United States, governor, make their own voice. Open up all
Philly Hot Radio, whistle while you work. My name is Showtime the Hype Man, the host on Philly Hot Radio.
Good morning, how are you? I want to know, I have a feeling that this is never going to change for us. This is going to be a new way of life for us. Hopefully, prayerfully, we don't live in fear. We just have to step out on faith and keep it moving and do what we've been doing. This virus is going to take care of itself. We got the people that are really putting together the science folks. They're in these labs. They're working all night, all day, trying to get this fixed for this piece. I think we're going to be all right. We just have to stay prayed up, stay out the way. Either going to do 6 feet on top of the ground, or you're going to do 6 feet down in the ground if we don't keep this distance piece going. As long as they don't open these states up and cities up too soon, we should be good. You understand what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question, Mr. Darrell. If this is Darrell Dawson?
Yes, it is.
Okay,
yes,
you don't mind I say your name in the public, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay, good. Mr. Darrell Dawson, let me ask you a question. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions, and I know that you're an honest man. I know that you're a straight shooter. The first question: what do you think the way SEPTA in the city of Philadelphia has mistreated the SEPTA employees and not giving them the option of coming to work, not coming to work? They have a president called Willie Brown of Local 234 Union. Even though the union has a contract, but we're talking about a virus that can take you out of here, or you can go home as being an operator or a train conductor or a person that's wiping down the station and going down City Hall or going somewhere where no air, nothing is coming in. They're putting chemicals on top of chemicals, dirty rags, dirty mops. What do you think as the president of Local 234 unit, along with the general manager of SEPTA, do you believe that do health and the concern of your employees more important than a contract, or just keep them out there, put the mask on, and just go out there and run the buses and the transportation? I want to hear your point of view on that.
Yeah, I think they're doing the deceptive riders and as well as the employees. They're doing them no justice whatsoever, for real, for real. I mean, if they have a shutdown, then we need to just shut it down. That's what should have taken place in this whole entire city. It's the only way we're going to rid this thing. Can't shut down some and send some to work at the same time, and the virus is still out there. We don't stand a chance. You know, you can't mistreat your employees, and you can't have them feel like if I don't come to work, I'm not going to have a job. Their job, they feel threatened. That's why the majority of them are still showing up, because they feel threatened. If I call out sick or whatever the case may be, I may not have a job to come back to. You know, Willie Brown needs to get a grip, you understand what I'm saying? Because he's home. He's not out in the public. He's not on public transportation. He's not doing any of those kind of things. So, you know, for you to sit back and, you know, feel as though it's okay for them to go and they need to go and all the above, that's corny. It wouldn't be me. I couldn't have run my organization like that. If they're going to shut this thing down, shut it all the way down. That's how we're going to survive this week. They have the folks out saying this one is essential, this is not essential. Everything in life is essential. How about that?
Do you believe, Daryl, if you was the union president, and because of being penalized in the contract, and it's all about greediness and money that the Local 234 union received, when the less money they give out, the more money they give to the international, and because they are a black union along with some white union, but dominated more for Willie Brown and Brian Powell to be elected, would you, the great Dr. King, Malcolm X, and great leaders sacrifice even going to jail of the safety of their men and shutting the system down? I truly believe, this is my opinion, that Willie Brown is afraid as a leader, and I know that even though you have a contract, but sometimes, Willie Brown, you have to do things of the safety of the men and the operators and those that is out there every day. And I know that the city ain't no stores open, so really SEPTA has accommodated for city workers, for those who get to work, for children to get to school. The city transit is based on for those who are working every day, taking trains every day. The system should have been shut down. What we are doing, we're allowing people that's on drugs, homeless, sitting on these buses, and spreading these virus on these different buses and trains that are running a course of the city Philadelphia. So, your last question on it, we're going to move on this subject, but we have other subjects I want to talk to you about. Would you feel, if you was the president of Local 234, would you allow your members to tell them, this is your opinion, either you can go home or go to work, it's your opinion. They don't even have that option. What option would you do if you was the president of Local 234 Union?
And exactly, I would give them that option. Listen, you guys, ones that want to come out and still work, fine. We know you're working at your own risk. There is a risk being out here nowadays. And if you chose to stay home, stay home. Whatever will make you feel comfortable. Because even with these workers coming, they on these buses and everything, right? And then you riding on the bus, you don't know who has it, who doesn't have it. Even with them getting on the back and all the above, you're still out here in this public. Then you take a chance of taking that virus into the house to your family. How about that? So, that being said, like I said, they should have just shut the city down. Period. You know what I mean? And then we would be all right. The way that they doing it, and the way this president's getting ready to do right now and reopen this thing's gonna get worse before it gets any better. I guarantee you.
Well, did you know that 60% of the working force in SEPTA are Afro-American black men and women? The majority of those who work downtown at 1234 Market Street are home doing things at home with their computers. This company has demonstrated how they treat the minority, even though they got a job. And we was talking about, when Boss Man was on, he was talking that Why is the Afro-American community afraid to speak up? Why is the Afro-American community afraid to accept 5% of anything, and you give them a job, they will sit there and be quiet, but they are first to talk behind the scenes about what they're going to do. Then if you have a mass meeting, only 3 people show up at the meeting, and then all the rest will go on their way, don't want to be concerned. Can I ask you a question? Why is the black community so scared and tight when it comes to speaking up issues that affects their children, their household, their job situation? Why are we the only one or penniless that set oodles and noodles while everybody else will set higher standards? What's wrong with our standards in the black community that I come from? Can you speak on that, Mr. Darrell?
Yes, sir. I got one word for you, and it's unbelievable. It's the truth. The Willie Lynch syndrome is alive and well, and there you go. That's it. I can say no more about it.
Well, I'm glad you said that, Darrell Dawson. I read something about that. If you seduce them and depress them, they will go the same way and accept anything for less. Over the last 300 years, the community that I come from are accepting the value of what they give us. I know that a lot of us are used to the same old way, so it's like chicken. For those who don't know that chickens eat the same shit, that's not a cuss word. But what I have found out over the years of us being targeted in every area, yes, we got black councilmen, yes, we had elected a black mayor in the city of Philadelphia, but did any of the black mayors or any of the city council put money aside for a 10-year plan to uplift their own community? Did the state legislature that goes to Harrisburg, did they voted to put money aside for the public schools to fight for trades, to bring trades back in the public school system? And half of us are working in restaurants, service jobs, and half of us will get some corporate job because of our resume and who we know. But we are electing people do not know how to fight for budgets and fight for planning and using their power as voters and using their power that being in a position up in Harrisburg as a state rep and also your state senator. Also, we're electing council people that come from organizations, from other organizations, because the black community's been settling. Also, we know that the President of the United States is up for grabs in November. We've been voting for the same Democrat system for the last 200 years. What do we got to show for in our community as voting Democrat, as black people been voting Democrat for the last 300 years, and we, the Democrat Party, use us to allow us to slide them in? What do we got, Darrell, to show as a black Democrat and a black Republican Party? What do we got to show for to help our community out?
We have nothing. We have allowed other nationalities to come into our neighborhood who don't hire our kids after school, all the above, but they come in and take our money, and their kids are in the best schools. You understand what I'm saying? They do not hire outside of their race, but they're in our neighborhoods getting all our black dollars. We have absolutely nothing. We don't even have a mom and pop store on the corner no more, and none of our own black neighborhoods.
Wow.
They made no investments into our black neighborhoods. They have made no investments in our school system. How is it that we're still learning out of books dated, the copyright dated back into the 60s, the 70s? This is the disgrace, and somebody's taking the money. Where's the money for the schools for the kids? We got them going to these old, dilapidated buildings. They got all that mess up inside of them, asbestos, this, that, and the third. They should be handling all that now that ain't nobody in school. I don't want to hear nothing about school not starting on time next year, or this year when it's supposed to, because y'all not doing your job. Somebody needs to be in there getting these buildings cleaned up. We've had one new built school in the city of Philadelphia. That's the Bill Gates School over there on 40th and Girard. Okay, it looks like a little mini campus. It's the only new school we had in the last 50 years. You explain that one to me.
Why is the black community suffering? Senator State Vincent Hughes had a document story, him and his pastor, walking mileage. For those who know that those who live up in Winfield section, 5 miles down the road was Lower Marion. Lower Marion High School and Pennsylvania state reps of Bucks County and other areas. Why is that the Philadelphia state reps and state senators cannot find money? And we should have been on a plan of a budget plan that we would try to lease, fix up 3 different schools in the poorest neighborhood with new schools, new development. It helps a different mindset. It allows our children recovery quicker from the disaster of politics of men and women comparing not liking each other. Before we close, we're going to talk about one more subject, Darryl. Have you noticed that they're not talking about how many murders and killings, even though the virus has took over, but they are still killing and shooting each other in the streets of the city of Philadelphia. Even though we have a new commissioner, she came in a situation doing what she's doing. I believe that the mayor, Kidney, has did a great job in his choice making, allowing a female to be the first commissioner as the as the police commissioner. What do you think that gun violence is still going on and they still out here shooting and murdering people on the streets?
It's really, really sad that even here we in the middle of a pandemic, a serious crisis, and we're still taking each other's lives over words. So our mental stability out here is being shown. We have a lot of mental disease amongst the African community and in all communities, and it's really, really showing and is raising its head. And they have nothing, there's no aspirin, no Motrin, and nothing that you can take for mental disease. And this is what you're seeing out here. These young boys are killing each other over words. We didn't fight each other, and I beat you up, and you went home and got your gun. Just over something that somebody said that I'm supposed to have said to you or about you, and they come around the corner and they kill you.
Wow.
If that's not mental disease to the 5th power, then I don't know what it is.
Well, Darryl, I want to thank you because the phone lines is buzzing, but I want to thank you for you taking your time out on your busy schedule. And don't remember, Darryl, I always tell you, happy white, happy life. So this is Darryl Dawson, ladies and gentlemen. I want to thank you for Darryl for tuning in to Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work. Thank you so much, caller.
Always, love and respect.
Love and respect, bye.
Did not have what I'm doing. Every
Philly Hot Radio, Whistle While You Work, Showtime the Hype Man on Philly Hot Radio Live.
Hey, Showtime, it's Dr. Rock again. I'm just calling to I want to thank them for listening. I want to thank all the callers for calling up, and, giving their advice on the topics. I just wanted to call up and let everyone know that thank
But Dr. Rock, we want to thank you too. You are an outstanding, ordinary, amazing woman. And it's grateful to have someone like you that got my back as a host, even though you try to encourage me all the time to not worry about the, I don't worry about the naysay, but I thank you personally by you being a great steward of being a part and not judging me and criticizing me because, you know, sometimes I might say a word that is not appropriate at the time, but I am growing as a radio personnel, even you as learning how to be a talk host show. Me and you have been taking the risk for the last 9 months, and nobody know how hard it is to do what we do without being schooled or someone seeing something that we got. I want to thank you and along Earl, your husband, and your manager Earl, for allowing us allow you to use me to sit next to me, and along with also want to thank Diane Keys Keller, my wife, allowed me to be me, even though I could have stayed home, even though my car situation is kind of weak, but I still remain to be committed. And I told you, Dr. Rock, this morning, I am committed to do what we started, to continue to do what we do. So I want to thank you personally. Anything you want to say to our audience, Dr. Rock, before you leave?
You're doing a great job. You did a great job going in on last Saturday, this Saturday. I'm just practicing social distancing. That's the only reason why I'm not there, but I will be back. I'm letting the audience know that Dr. Rock will be back. As soon as this thing is over, I'll be back and ready to come back on with our guests. And Showtime, we would have different topics, and it would be wonderful. So we just have to wait for this, die down, because I really believe that it's coming. Better days are coming. Like I tell everybody, better days are coming.
So what are you going to do if the President of the United States uplift that everything can go back to normal? Will you go back and just start socializing, going back out to some of your events that you do, or you'll wait about 2 or 3 weeks and see the outcome of different people not getting sickly and seeing the percentage for those who go to hospitals?
Well, what I would do is I would continue to do everything that I've been doing. Always keep your hands washed, make sure everything's sanitized, and also I don't think I would jump into just being around a whole lot of people. No, I would just wait, because they can say everything's open up, but then you don't know who's still walking around with the virus. So you still want to be careful about that.
Wow. So
Yes.
so thank you for that. I can see that you are cautious, even with
Very cautious.
Let me ask you, even those who are diabetic, and I've been hearing, because I live with someone that's a diabetic, and those who maybe have people, maybe those who have friends and people that are diabetic, what do you...
You know what? They got to watch when they are diabetic or any kind of medical condition. They said that it would hit them faster than someone without. But you never know, because a lot of times I've seen a lot of people that look healthy. I mean, they look like they didn't have anything, but we don't know. We don't know what's going on in the person, what kind of medical problem they do have. But what I believe is if you have an existing medical problem, it will probably attack you faster.
Okay, good.
Yep.
So basically, for those who are diabetic, and those who maybe was a diabetic person, we would like you to call up at 484-477-6348. And what are you doing to really protect yourself because of the immune system? Then it's a lot of people, Dr. Rock, that's in wheelchairs that because of their diabetic, they got their legs cut off. We have a lot of senior citizens, Dr. Rock, that don't have family members in homes. For those who are watching me and Dr. Rock, we want to send out a prayer. We want to send out a prayer for those who are watching us. If you have neighbors and you know that 80 years and over, and you know that they may be in a house by themselves, if you can get a poster or write a sign, say that we just checking on you, making sure you're all right. There, for those who know that older people look out the window. You know, the older you get, the news you get looking out the window. For those who are around neighbors.
Not to be with the older people do it.
You ever know that?
But what I want us to do is definitely, I want everyone to pray for the senior citizens. Pray for the kids, the children.
Okay.
Pray for the children, our future, who are our future, because the seniors, things that they used to do, graduate and have all kinds of proms and stuff, things like that. But they're going to make a will. It's going to be some kind of something maybe they can do for them. But I want them, my heart goes out to all of them. It really does. To every kid in school district, Philadelphia, every kid in Montgomery County, every kid all over. It goes out because I have a special place in my heart for children because my career was teaching and being an educator, so I have a lot of in my heart for children. So definitely I look out for them, but I know that they have to be protected. That's why they did the right thing by closing it, closing it out, closing schools, because our children have to be protected.
Well, good, Dr. Rockwell.
Not just children, teachers and, everybody, but they need to be protected. They did the right thing for closing.
Wow. Well, that was, y'all heard it from Dr. Rock. I'm about to close the show, so I'm going to say my thing. Dr. Rock, we want to thank you. We love you, and I'm looking forward the next 2 weeks, or whenever you got the heart and the courage to walk through the storms of the trials of this virus, to come sit side by side with me so we can do it all over again and get ready for some new shows, some new entertainment, some new stuff. We're asking y'all to support us. And only way that me and Dr. Rock want to be successful on Saturday morning at Philly Hot Radio, this is y'all show. Me and Dr. Rock, this host and co-host, this is a show that loves the community. We want to talk about what is going on in society. We are a show that's concerned about everything that goes in our. We love everyone. For those who maybe still don't believe in our dreams, we're going to continue to pray for you, and God bless you. Thanks for Dr. Rock for tuning in. And tell Earl I said hi, okay?
Well, you know what? This is kind of hard for Earl. He's been home very hard because he does overtime and job and everything, so
He making it overtime. He making it overtime for you, huh?
Yeah, but he's been home. He's been home. I'm getting tired of we tired of Netflix, so we just doing other things. We doing other things to entertain.
I think that Sharon is trying to call in, Sharon Pearson. Okay. So we're going to let Sharon call in, and when Dr. Rock, she's another co-host on this radio show. Okay, bye-bye.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Have to learn. I don't know everything. I'm trying. I got weak. That Philadelphia is still. I don't know. I go to God. I ask God, why did you allow me the gift that you gave me? I'm seeing like the gift that I got from God that is hard. Y'all don't know how hard it is to go live in front of your phones, to go live into your home set. Y'all don't know how hard it is and what I go through dealing with people, dealing with nonsense, dealing with people that don't believe in my
my dream and my vision. It's hard in this day of time to be a black man that's trying to build something attracted to his own community. It's hard for any black man that come with a new idea to open up a store, to open up a business, to become creative. It's hard to competition with religion people for years. They will follow everything else. I am trying to do my best. May not be the best radio personnel in the city. I may not have all the equipment that I need to make my show. I'm by myself. But I know that God is going to put me in a better position. I know that God is going to allow me to rise to the next level, because sometimes you got to start at the bottom and work your way up the top. If I'm going to go in the business world, in the corporate world, in the high level, I must learn how to deal with my emotions. I must learn how to deal with situations much quicker in recovery. I want to thank each and every one of y'all that tune in to watch Philly Hott Radio Whistle Show. Y'all gonna remember us that we stood out every Saturday morning at Philly Hott Radio, Whistle While You Work, came every Saturday morning here along with this. I did not allow it to stop me, because I told my wife that I understand that God will protect me. Some people will get sick. Some people will catch this virus. Some people will be worried after it's all over. I truly believe that God is going to protect me and protect me. See, some people going to war that some people may not make it home during crisis, during a drug addiction. Some people might lose their life during the time of gang war, during the time of struggling, during the time of sickness, during this time that some people might not make it. Everybody. We're not really what I'm doing, practice every social humanity. How the way that I'm going to be successful, I'm going to get. The only way that I'm going to be successful, I'm going to have failure. The only way that I'm going to be successful, I'm going to have naysayers. I'm going to have haters. I'm going to have more people going against me than ever, because I'm different. travel, along my old wagon, along my old walk, along my everyday journey, it was hard, but I trust God. A lot of us are not faithful warriors. I understand that God is setting me up, but I have to go through the struggle. I have to go through the naysayers. I got to go through the doubters. Anybody in Philadelphia that knows me, I have a good heart. It's the people that's in position got a cold heart. It's the people that been there like dinosaurs for years. They are the only one. Moses stand. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a new day for those who say that they might be so different. I'm not perfect. I got weak like anybody else. But why everybody look at me that I'm supposed to be so perfect and they criticize because I'm out there and I stuck my neck out here? I'm not afraid of anything right now. I'm not afraid of my naysayers. I'm not afraid of those who don't believe in me in the city of Philadelphia, of Pennsylvania. I am coming. They cannot stop me with their ward leaders. They cannot stop me with their committee people. They cannot stop me with their money, their organization. I am coming, city of Philadelphia. I am rising in the rank of new humanity leadership in the city of Philadelphia. Bob Brady, I'm coming. You've done your job very well. Time to pass the hat and the Black Democrats are going a whole new way in this. It's time for us to get our votes and make sure that we get something. We have not got nothing, Mr. Bob Brady. Your treasure. The whole new thing, social, powerful. No disrespect to the chairperson of the Democrat of the city. I challenge you. I challenge your old ward leader. I challenge your organization. I challenge. I'm not afraid of none of them. None of your president of city council. I'm not scared of none of y'all.